Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Final Fantasy FFX video, and today we've got ourselves a review for Tidus and Lulu, and also Waka. Unfortunately, it looks like I forgot about the scores, so actually we're just going to move this for today. I forgot about the score thing, so once again, it's going to be one of those things sometimes, some weeks I'm just going to forget about it entirely because I'm in a rush and remastering these slides, so it is what it is. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry in advance if you like the numbers on the screen. Anyways, keep in mind, Tidus STMR was technically nerfed, if you want to call it that. I mean, it was changed. If you want to just be direct about it, it was changed, but it was technically nerfed for global because it does not work with morale-based LBs. Not sure why they wouldn't want that to, get more people to pull, but Yumi is really strange sometimes about things. If I was in charge of things, I would make sure that would be able to be used for morale ability so that more people would pull. But apparently they don't like that too much. Anyways, and this is surprising, but he has infinite turns. Both sides, so for both sides he has 500% cap. With his vision card he would have 600%. Or a Clash Rules equipment that has the chain cap. 100% all killers, he has 100% more for beast killer, and also 700 flat attack, 250% LB damage passive. In the base form, he has a 300 times bolting strike chain just as an ability, 80 times mod boost for cooldown for the base LB, and his LB is a 40% sword in peril, 120% water in peril, 250 times water physical damage, 27 hits that are delayed, sadly. And with his STMR equipped, that would be 350 times, plus the 80 times mod more would be pretty good, right? And in the Brave Shift form, we have 350 times bolting strike chaining, just as an ability. And with that, he also has a water ability, or water imbue for all allies, 150% beast killer buff, 100 times mod buff for LBs on a normal ability. Very good. And his Brave Shift LB was 45% throwing in peril. Throwing weapon in peril, 130% water in peril, 1 hit water physical damage. Turn times 100 times each to 300 times max. So that's 500 times with the STMR equipped and using the LB mod there. So pretty good finisher. Not going to be as strong as Balthier in terms of finishing, but he doesn't need Fran to help with that situation. So even though he has 45% throwing weapon in peril, most likely you're going to be using the +4 water weapon because it gives him a lot of flat attack as well as LB damage and stuff. So most likely you're going to be using that on him. The problem with Tidus on global is because he wants both of his accessories with Orin's STMR as well as Yuna's STMR to give him even more attack. So that means that you're not going to have much space for the rings. He wants his STMR equipped, so there's no chain cap for that. So if you can equip crown, or if you can equip the crown, that's fine. That's good enough. Anyways, his vision card can only be obtained at EX3, even on global, because he's a premium unit. So it's a huge luxury, and it's might not even be needed because of all the Clash of Wills yellow clothes and rings and everything like that equipment. And technically he's already weaker on release to Chizuru with that Fravia card equipped, of course, I believe. But he's still strong, but not as strong as Chizuru already. So this is why I was surprised that they didn't give him a buff of any kind. And his STMR will not work with morale scaling abilities like we talked about. Just so it makes it slightly less desirable. I know a lot of people wanted him just for that, but with this change, I think a lot of people might not be looking too much into this. So overall, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. He is a very strong chainer and a very strong finisher, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you agree with the 8 score? He's good, but he's not great, and I wish he was better. But the big thing about him, he does have those huge weapon imperils for sword and throwing weapons. So I mean, there's that at least. He still has much higher imperils for weaponry than anything else in the game currently, I believe. So that's something at least. That's why he's getting an 8. One of the reasons, anyways. Anyways, let's get into the next one. Now we've got Lulu here, and with Lulu, we have imbuable chain with 300 times mod boost for water magic for herself, of course. It'd be great if it was for everybody, but only for herself. Her STMR is very good for the ones that have the debuffer roll tag equipped, like Olive, for example. 500% cap. She has machine, fairy, human, and reaper killers. 250% magic TDH with the TMR equipped. And her LB, 85% defense and 88% spirit break, 145% water imperil, 145% human killer for all allies, and 150 times 27 hit water delayed water, 27 hit delayed water magic damage. So there's that. And the SLB, 85% attack and magic break, 87% defense break, 89% spirit break, 160% water imperil. There it is. There's the strong part. 160% human killer, which is also pretty decent. And 250 times delayed water magic damage, 27 hits. I hate it. I hate the annoying delay thing, but it's there. So her cons, she has only 125% LB damage. Of course, with her STMR, that's 225. The best thing about her really is just the 160% water imperil. Also the killer, 160% human killer for everybody as well. But really just the imperil, and that's about it. We have better breakers on global, although our spirit breakers aren't as interesting. I mean, we do have Olive, I guess, and also lightning, but those are the only two. So 89% is still pretty high for global. Still, the defense, of course, not as good. And so, like we just mentioned, the delay thing as well. So I'm gonna give her a 7. She gets a 7 at best because of the water imperil and also the human killer, but that's about it. The delay thing makes me really annoyed. I've been using her for a long time on JP. I basically only use her I use her to start off the damage turn instead of using her to help chain because of just how annoying it is and how I don't want to deal with it. So 7 out of 10 for Lulu. Alright, and we finally have Waka here. He went to the entire journey of being a 3-star to 7-star to all the way to Knee Vision Awakening. So his throwing weapon is actually quite good. And it gets upgraded, so it's even better. So Tidus would love to have that in his Brave Shift form if you'd like to just take advantage of the throwing weapon in peril, if you'd like to do that. You won't be as strong though. You'd like to have his Cal board, the +4. 250 times Bolting Strike chaining, it's okay. 130% water in peril, not too bad I guess. 150% dragon, insect, and aquatic killers for himself. 200% LB damage passive. The SLB is a 200 times versus Avian, 160 times regular, just normal attack, physical damage. 27 hits, and unlocks water physical 2,520 mod versus Avian. This would be actually pretty hilarious if you use this on the Clash of Wolves boss. I'm actually curious to see if it would do a lot on the damage turn versus the current Clash of Wolves boss that is currently Avian as well. So that's actually pretty interesting. Maybe they did this on purpose. The only cons I can really think of, because he's really basic. He is good. He is really good. He's just kind of basic as well. So not being basic isn't a bad thing, guys. Sometimes being basic is fine. So only one use on the Avian mod per unlock. So you have to use the SLB over and over to unlock it. And there's not very many Avians to fight. This Clash of Wolves boss is one of those things you want to use it on, I'm sure. So I'm interested to see if there's going to be like any meme videos of using this mod against that boss. The modifier is pretty high, not insanely high or anything, you know, because it is an ability mod, not an LB mod. So I'm actually curious to see what it would do against that Clash of Wolves boss in a damage turn. Now, of course, not using it just by itself, it's going to do very much. You need to set yourself up. So, anyways, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Oh, I forgot to rate him. I'll give him a 6.5. I think that's fair. Anyways, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about all these units. Which one's your favorite? Are you going to skip for Nier? I think that's what most people are going to be thinking about, skipping for Nier. Nier's going to be not going to be for a while yet, so you have time to save. Anyways, see you in the next video. Peace.